Hello everyone, and welcome to section 4 of the internship orientation for kinesiology students at Oregon State University. We are finally going to talk about finding a site and acquiring your credit hours. So let's get into this. First, please remember the difference between contracted and non-contracted sites, or you might think of them as sites with an internship agreement and those sites that don't have an internship agreement. That's covered extensively in section 2, covering professional liability and the application process, but just please be aware of it. Now, there are four fields that have really cropped up in terms of sites being available to students within Oregon. Now, if you're outside of Oregon or whatever, then kind of go at it and do your own thing, but if you're looking for help in finding your site, the list that's available to you, just ask for it from the Experiential Learning Coordinator. The list will include these four different avenues. So the first one is personal and group fitness. There are quite a few of these sites available for students. This is fitness entrepreneurship, this is group fitness, strength training, coaching. The next one is program management. This is for those students who are looking for more of kind of that business edge, leadership. You want to take your skills as a professional in kinesiology and you want to apply them to a program in some way. The next one is special projects or academia. I mention this because if you are interested in like a research project with a faculty or with a professor, you are going to be the one who needs to instigate that. You're going to need to go and find a professor who is looking for a research assistant. There's only like 3 of them available on the list of sites. Now this last one, it comes with a bit of a caveat. The medical field, medical sites, so like PT, AT, OT, nursing, physician's assistants, anything within that medical realm, we share those sites with the PTAH option students here at Oregon State. So the PTAH option, so that's pre-therapy allied health, they are going through, and maybe some of you already know this, but they're going to go through, they're taking extra classes and they're getting a lot of support so that they can be ready to go to grad school. There are people who are like, I know what I want to do, I'm going to grad school, I'm going to become a doctor or a physical therapist or an athletic trainer. They know that, and so they've gone through that option to kind of get a boost. Now that doesn't mean that you can't work towards finding a site here in Corvallis in the medical field. It just means that they're a little bit more limited because the PTAH option, they've contracted with lots of different sites and students get placed there. Students in the general option, they search for a site and then essentially what they do is they say, hey, can I work here? And so just know that the options are a little bit more limited in the Corvallis area, but if you're willing to go out a little bit, like Albany, Eugene, maybe up to Salem, the Salem area, then there'll be more options to you in that medical field. Okay, so let's talk about calculating your credit hours. So before I get to the equation, I want to just review really quickly. As a kinesiology student, you're required to do 3 credits of upper division experiential learning. Okay, and you fulfill that through the 409 or the 410 or sometimes through the 406. And if you're like, I don't know what those are, then please look those up on the experiential learning website. With that, what is important for you to know is that you can repeat some of these courses a couple times. And up to 9 credits you can put towards your degree. So 3 of those credits will go to experiential learning, and then an extra 9 they'll go to beyond the core. Okay, so let's say you got 12 credits at overall at through shadowing and interning and things like that. 3 would go to experiential learning, and then the other 9 would go to beyond the core. So it's really cool. So how do you calculate these hours? So think 1 credit is equal to 30 hours, and then you just do the math. So 30 work hours times the number of credits that you want to do tells you how many hours you're going to work over the course of a term to get the credit. So you want to do 2 credits, that's going to be times 30 hours, and so it's 60 work hours that are required. If you want to do your required 3 credits all at once, that'll be times 30, which is 90 work hours, and so on and so forth. Thank you so much for taking time and really getting into the information here. It'll be important and helpful as you go on your process. Thank you.